remember back in the day, probably late 70s, early 80s, when this was everywhere. I had to look it up. I thought it was just called like yarn art, but it's macrame. I remember this being in every single person's house back then. And I think our moms would usually get some kind of a pattern at a craft store or whatever, Sears, and do this themselves. In fact, if you zoom in on this really tiny little writing, it says it's a pattern. And it wasn't just the hangers, the plant hangers, it was also wall art, which this looks like a big dream catcher. And this, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a lion or like a wizard. And this is the one I remember the most. I remember there being these macrame um, owls everywhere. And I guess these like pillow hammocks too. But do y'all remember this? Did you have